Christ Triumphant, a devotional of Ellen G. White, September 22. Against overwhelming evidence, Pilate still wavered. John 19, verse 12. And from henceforth Pilate sought to release him. But the Jews cried out, saying, If thou let this man go, thou art not Caesar's friend. Whosoever maketh himself a king speaketh against Caesar. After Herod had done his satanic work, he sent Christ, without having pronounced judgment upon him, back to Pilate, a man convinced, a man convicted of the truth but unwilling to yield. Pilate seemed wrought upon by unseen influences to acknowledge his convictions in regard to the Holy One of Israel. His wavering mind was compelled to acknowledge that Christ was no pretender, that not a single trace of deception could be found in his words or deportment. Before that satanic maddened throng, he pleaded for the scourge in the place of the cross. The determined priests and rulers designed that the scourge should not be left out, but nothing short of the cross would they consent to be his punishment. This is human nature today when under the control of Satan. Pilate was unwilling to condemn Christ and thought he could, irrespective of the rulers, make an appeal to the sympathy of the human side of the character of the mob. He knew he had nothing to hope for in this line from the priests and rulers. He made a short speech declaring that he found no fault in Christ at all. He confirmed the testimony of Herod that the witnesses against Christ were worthless. They did not agree. Pilate was moving against light and overwhelming evidence and conviction. The priests and rulers saw that they could obtain all that they desired. Pilate had evidence and justice on his side, and if he had taken his stand firmly on the ground of Christ's innocence, he would have saved himself the after remorse and despair of a man who had sacrificed innocence to the deadly enmity and hatred of an envious, professedly religious people. Christ was scourged. A message from God warned Pilate from the deed he was about to commit. While Pilate was examining the prisoner, his wife was visited by an angel from heaven, and in a vision of the night she beheld Jesus and conversed with him. She heard the condemnation of Pilate and saw him give Christ up to his murderers. She awoke with a cry of horror. Calling for a pen and paper, she wrote him words of warning. Now, in Pilate's dilemma, a messenger makes his way to him with a message from his wife. Have thou nothing to do with that just man, for I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. Manuscript 112, 1897.